Hi, I will show you today how to assemble a car in cartoon. For example, we will take a well-known and liked Volkswagen Golf. At the beginning we buy parts. To buy it you have to enter the store. In different categories we have many parts for different cars. Parts that match our car have a green mark in the lower left corner. Each part has a side, left, right, front, back for assembly, so you can't buy e.g. 4 front right doors because they will not change into rear left, right and front left doors only. We will stay with 3 unnecessary right front doors. When it comes to body parts and interior, I will speed up this stage because here you choose the parts according to your taste. Just remember that there is a green mark next to the parts and checking the assembly side. Now we go to completing the engine and suspension. The first one goes to the engine and equipment. At the moment, we do not buy the battery and the alternator, because they cannot be installed, so you do not need to clutter your equipment and we will spend money. We buy all parts one piece, except pistons and connecting rods. No spark plugs are needed yet. We buy 4 connecting rods and pistons. You have to be careful about the gearboxes because there is a green mark on all of them. But only 2 of them will be good because the car has front-wheel drive and one of the gearboxes is adapted for cars with all-wheel drive. When it comes to the engine, we have all the parts we need for assembly. In the exhaust system for now we can only buy the exhaust tips that so far have no major impact on the sound or anything else. Let's get to the suspension now. When it comes to half shafts, we don't buy them yet, they can't be assembled and we don't need them. When it comes to suspension arms, we buy either black or silver because both are front and the only difference is color and length. We must also remember that both left and right control arms are bought separately. We buy 2 rear shocks at once because they are not divided into left or right, so it will always fit. Strut, however, are divided into left and right sides, so we buy them separately. We do not buy the steering gear even though it has a green marker. We buy 4 discs and brake calipers. We choose the rims according to our own taste, but you should check the diameter of the rim to later choose the right tire. That's all the parts we need to assemble the car. Let's get to the process of assembling the car. At the beginning we will assemble the engine. It is convenient to raise the car on a lift and immediately assemble all parts that will require the car to be raised, so that you do not have to lift the car every time. First insert the engine block, then the crankshaft, then the oil pan, then the flywheel, then the clutch, the transmission, and that's all. Now we can lower the car down and fool the rest as it will be lowered. Now we mount the rest of the part. At the beginning I recommend installing front reinforcement panel. Let's move to the engine now. So now we mount 4 connecting rods. Now 4 pistons. Now the valve head. Now both the intake and exhaust camshafts. Now the head cover. Now exhaust manifold. Now suction collector. Now ignition coils. Now the fuel injection rail. Now the throttle. Now water cooler. Now air filter. Now water pump. Now timing tensioner. Now timing belt. Now turbo. Now engine control unit. That's all. The engine is already assembled. Let's get to the suspension now. Yes, I know, it should not look like this. Apparently the car has too heavy front, but we can still mount the suspension. First mount the subframe and rear beam. Then swing arms. Then strut. Then shock absorbers. Then brake discs and brake calipers. Then rims and tires. That's the whole suspension. Now only mount the interior and body and you can drive. The process of assembling the interior and body will speed up because it is not difficult or anything interesting to watch. This is how the car looks assembled. Now we can drive it and test it. As you can hear and see, the car is working. And that's all I wanted to show you. I hope the video helped and we will see you next time. Bye.